Thank you for tuning into the Poppy J and Wise El Jefe on the BS3 network. Before we dive into the show, we'd like to remind our viewers that the opinions expressed on this show are solely those of the host. The BS3 network does not necessarily endorse or agree with any of the views we express on this program. Furthermore, the BS3 network is not responsible for the accuracy or timeliness of any information discussed on this show. While we strive to provide informative and entertainment content, we cannot guarantee the accuracy of everything said on Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. With that said, we encourage our viewers to take everything discussed on the show with a grain of salt and to do their own research and fact checking when appropriate. Thank you for understanding, and now let's get into the show. And welcome to Poppy J and Wise El Jefe on the BS3 network and on Real Wise TV. I'm one of your hosts, WIZE.
And I am Poppy J.
All right, so we're going to kick off the show with something we've a duo that we've discussed in the past here, and that they're breaking up. It seems like Shannon Sharpe and Fox have come to an agreement for a buyout of his contract, and he is leaving Fox Sports and leaving Undisputed, and he's taking Club Shay Shay with him. I guess we kind of knew this wasn't gonna last. We knew that you could tell that Shannon wanted to be the alpha. I'm saying, but we all know that's Skip's show, and I'm thinking within the last few years, Shannon has stepped up to be probably the best part of the show.
I like his takes. I like how he give good takes. I like people who speak from the heart. Like him and Jay will, even if they do something stupid, they at least speak from the heart, like 99% of the time.
Yeah, but when it's just when it comes to certain players like LeBron, where he is a LeBron sexual. His topics are his take on stuff is
bias. That's like
really
Skip.
bias. Not really biased. He has his opinions. He has his views.
Bias.
He has his views.
He's a big LeBron fan. That makes him biased. That is it. He says it like mad times. He tries to act like he's being neutral, but he do good. He do better than some of the people.
So what do you think on the fact that he's no longer going to be on there?
I knew it was a matter of time when he didn't choke Skip Bayless for
that Tom Brady comment. For the Tom Brady comment.
Yeah, that was the
icebreaker. He's better than you.
That was the icebreaker. Shannon just had to make some moves and sit with him for a couple of more months, but he was gone. You can't respect somebody who don't respect you like that.
And someone who didn't play the game.
Yeah, son, you can't keep talking to that nigga for the rest of your career.
Because you're always gonna have that urge to want to punch him in the face.
Because he's gonna say it again, and then
it's not punch him in the face.
But now it's not his fault because you let him slide the first time. So Shannon leaving.
You think he should have punched him in the face the first time?
Shannon leaving is punching him in the face. That's his punch in the face. Because Shannon would have lost every other way. So he wound up winning because he leaving and he keeps Club Shay Shay. And so he, you know what I'm saying? He got his wine. Like he don't need, like that Skip thing was cool. You gotta know when you gotta get off the floor and move up.
You gotta know when you hot.
It's okay to work with.
You gotta go listen when you hot and you have opportunity to get your own thing.
You gotta grab it.
You gotta take the opportunity.
Yeah,
you can't blame him for wanting to take the opportunity. It's advancing his career. Anybody who wouldn't want to do that is an idiot.
And this Skip and Stephen A is like, they look like people that you would clash with. They look like they'll say something like they're above reproach, kind of. I listen to how he do now with the show and interrupt people and let them. It's just a little too much power trip. Him and Skip got a little. He's Skip Jr.
So that's why they couldn't coexist anymore.
Yeah, Stephen A. Skip put Stephen A. on to First Take. Stephen A. became the shining light with his little crazy takes and his loud, mad words and all that shit. Then Stephen A. adopted what fucking Skip he hated about Skip. All that stuff that people complain about and be like, yo, treat you like this. As soon as they get in that position, they do the same thing.
So Stephen A. became
Skip Jr. Yeah. And now when him and Jay Will get on it, it's because now he attacking not the ideology that Jay Will had, but Jay Will coming from the heart and calling it like how he see it. So if he didn't like something Stephen A. say, or he thought it was the undertone to it, he addressed him. And then Stephen A. Oh, it's my job. I do this. I don't never that. And that's how you know it's like Skip. And then they go and they tell you some wild shit on their podcast. I watched Skip podcast after that shit when he was beefing with Stephen A.
I've never watched.
Man, that shit is mad cheesy, man. He got a Jordan chain on. They always showing you him with a pair of Jordans on. That's his niche. Because he rock Jordans. Niggas is supposed to be like, yo, he's with us. Because he's a Jordan fan. He's with us. Because once in a while, he'll defend the blacks in the sports world. He's with us. But he ain't. He's Skip. He got the perfect name.
Yeah, reality will set in eventually.
Yeah. So I'm glad for Shannon. And I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with Undisputed now, who they got.
They might do what Stephen A. is doing, revolving guest.
And then now he's biting Stephen A. I think that when I look, anybody, all the breakups seem to make more money as they broken up. Like it's a thing they do. They beef with each other. We be like this. Ooh, so we're gonna watch their podcast because we know they're not gonna talk about it on ESPN. And it's a draw. And they probably having drinks together, eating dinner and everything.
So yeah, they politicking. So that's basically what you're doing. They politicking.
That's how I feel about Rory Maul and Joe Budden.
You think they planned that breakup? Like, yo, let's just have this massive breakup.
Joe Budden wins.
Make it ugly.
You think, look, Joe Budden wins every time somebody talks, has an accusation towards him.
Okay, but you really think cats really plot these dramas? Do you really, honestly, do you really think that? Do you think Joe Budden and Maureen Mall are actually still friends?
Man, hell yeah.
But they sneaking around, hanging out.
Not sneaking around, hanging with each other. They playing it cool, but they still got a group text.
You think?
Man, let me tell you something. Me and you break up. I gotta laugh. That's mad funny. But and then we start shooting at each other and we popping. Of course, it's gonna. We both come now. We got two networks. Another platform. We over here talking shit about each other, and then we go see our later. Like that's it, man. We still gotta go see our later. Like it don't matter. So imagine if this is the game, son. You got to figure out the new game. You know it's digital. Everybody act like they want everybody to win. Only Joe Budden is the honest one to say, yo, he don't fuck all the other podcasters. At least he says that. He's real honest. He try to act like he's not fuck the fans. He be dead serious. You see him in the street, he probably gonna dub you on some mad bougie shit. So this is the game they play. This is their game. We break up, we talk shit, I bash you, my name get popping, I'm up. Because nobody's really saying no. All they saying is bad business. The two girls that left, Rory and Mar, they came to his platform. He put them in a position to get their own platform by his platform. What's real beef then? How, like, if you really smart and you really this person, if I come to your platform, if I know me being on your show, yeah, you might make my show more entertaining, But it's still Joe Budden's platform. His followers, everything. Y'all didn't bring shit, but y'all looks and y'all takes. Come on, how you get robbed? What's the bad business? It's a breakup. It's a scandal. It's a something. Now the girls got their own platform. He gave everybody ownership. So he's true to that. He believes in ownership. So he's giving everybody ownership. But at the same time, it's a scam, man. And now all of them is on fucking tour talking shit about Joe Budden on different podcasts. Come on. This shit is, people think I'm crazy, but this shit is like, I don't know if I just see them. I'm out the matrix. So I see all the zeros and ones and everything. And that shit, none of that shit is real beef, man. None of that. Main old Troy Ave, like all that shit just keeps niggas. If you're gonna beef for somebody, then you're helping them get money. Cause that's what drama sells. So if I really ain't fucking with you, why would I say your name? Why would I even talk about you? So that now I talk about you. Now they gotta go and check your shit so you get to see what you said about me. Did you hear what Papi J said about Wise? And that's the game, man. That's the game. It's like, yo, this game is so crazy, yo. If we was on Goofy Time and we was gonna play dumb shit, we could have been got way further ahead. That's what sells.
But because
drama sells.
That's one thing we have discussed is that people love seeing a train wreck. They love seeing people go at it. They love to see people.
Or just be on here talking mad dumb shit. Like they just want you to talk negative. Like if I was in here like, yo, fuck everybody, fuck them, fuck you, fuck this, then people be more interested. So now you got a Joe Budden network with 2 of his shows, because now it's gonna be Flip. Flip would be the next one. It's gonna bounce.
But Flip's always been that dumb.
But it's gonna be on. If it comes out that he bounced and it's anything with Joe Budden, then this is a triple play and it's a setup. Don't believe it.
Okay.
Because if I'm your man and you robbing me, I'm beating you up. I know where you at. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm coming to your house and repo. Like, you're gonna give me my bread. Oh, he gonna sue. All right, cool. I sent somebody else to beat you up. That's it. Like, you gonna give me my bread. I'm not going through this lawyer shit because we boys. So it's beyond that. Yeah, we beyond the lawyer shit. The lawyer shit is if you act, me beating you up is because we're mans. We got business, and then you my man. Business-wise, I'm going to court. My man, when I catch you, my man. I'm gonna remind you why you liked me as a friend. Like, but man, shout out to everybody. I see the game. I'm just learning the game, observing the game, working on this new studio setup, and then I'm back, nigga. I'm blazing everybody for how stupid they think people are. Like, I'm calling people out on how stupid they think people are, and it's all the people that be talking that we for the people shit. I'm blasting we for the people niggas. I'm telling you. Every time I even hear something about one of them, boy, I'm gonna just blast them, naming names, everything. I'm tired. This year, not this year. No more of that shit. Like, blast you. I'm gonna blast you. I'll wait till on my show so we don't mess up Papi J and LYs. But you're gonna check me out on the Patreon page. I'm gonna start blasting people because I see that some of these people are way on a high horse that's just like insane. People are in my vicinity, plus these rich people. They all just a whole bunch of fake ass people. I be getting tight.
We're gonna take a quick break, man. We'll be right back.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast.
Everyone has a story, but few have the power to change lives. Introducing The Plush Life, From Prison to Peace, by Anthony J. Gonzalez with Pepper Chambers, a journey of redemption and transformation. Follow Anthony's raw and honest story as he finds his new purpose in life, turning his darkest moments into a guiding light for others. This inspiring story will take you through Anthony's journey, showing you that it's never too late to change your path and embrace your true potential. Don't miss the life-changing tale of redemption and the power of the human spirit. Get your copy today of The Plush Life, From Prison to Peace on Amazon and iBook, and witness the incredible power of transformation.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and the Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
And we are back. And all right, so we're gonna talk on the subject that's been kind of crazy. It's been a hot topic. What is all right, so it's women in sports breaking the boundaries, right? So this year we saw the NCAA women's tournament actually outshine the men's tournament.
Yes, we did.
So what do you think was the difference? What made it that this women's tournament was so much exciting than the men's tournament?
Because they starting to give show emotions and swag and confidence to back it up. Like it was interesting.
So you're saying, so you actually feel that there was actually more star presence in the women's tournament than in the men's tournament?
I do. You figure between Caitlin and the other young lady,
Angel,
they
And
They
then,
was popping,
and then the team in South Carolina
the
itself.
I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about them two right there. Was the face of women NCAA basketball, like the face this year. I don't even. I like. It wasn't like nobody calls us and be like, "Yo, you going to watch the women's tournament?" Nah, everybody watching the men's, and then the women's tournament get whatever's left because they don't be enough star power. Not even just star power, like swag. Like when you bring swag, it attracts people. You just don't want to see somebody run up and down the court all the time. No talking trash. Like that's sports. If you let them talk trash and shit, as long as there ain't no fighting, man, sports gotta be in like it's like
So just the fact that you let them have their personalities on the court.
Yeah. If you feeling cocky like Jordan, then be Jordan. Why they can't be that? Why none of them, why the old school ones have to play in a manner that who the fuck is the person that says that's
so
how
do you think the women pro leagues are going to be able to capitalize what these young girls did in the NCAA tournament?
No, because they're gonna.
Because if you look at it, the WNBA numbers have actually been up the first couple of weeks.
That's because they got a lot of nice players, but and people are starting to come around. They are starting to come around because now the men's ain't playing. They ain't showing up. You know, all the women are gonna play all the time. There's not gonna be resting days. There's not gonna be every other day. It's not gonna be we're just gonna sit them. No, women they playing. That's the whole thing. You want to rise the sport, then you have to play. I think like all this stuff with the basketball. That's why it's not as interesting. I haven't watched no playoffs. I fall asleep on them shits. Only when Jimmy playing, then I watch. But I don't watch them because you don't know. And Anthony Davis gonna take every other day. And if he played 2 days, then he might take the next. And those be crucial games. Like you just know that these dudes as like they're not even built for this sport. They mad fragile. They skip something between the older generation and now. Like they're not eating right or something. All this, like you can't be hurt like that. You can't be Zion. Like, what's the sense of even being a Pelican fan? You disappointed. Let me go watch the women. They more exciting. They getting their swag. They in their bag. It's mad interesting now. It's something worth watching and really giving some support to. But because the NBA, they just rob you. Like you go there, you never know if you're gonna see the person you're gonna see. They don't care that this is the only ticket you got for the whole year. They don't care about nothing. Women tournament, that's what I say. I just rather watch college now. Because at least you know they still hungry. Once they get to the NBA, now they bougie and everybody wants to demand more money because, I don't know, to play less games. They want more money to play less games. I get it, whatever. But I think now, when they get in the league, that league might change. The league, that they are the ones. Caitlin and Angel are the two. And the rest of whichever teammates support that. That's the wave of people. Like I said, this generation here ain't trying to hear that old folk shit. They ain't trying to hear that. They coming with their personality. They coming with their Instagram. They coming with that. So now they got to keep their personality the same as that same energy. So women's sports about to change drastically.
So do you think that with social media and the way it is, that they can really develop these sports, help build these sports because we all know if you brand and market yourself the proper way, you're gonna build a following,
and that brings people to your sport.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and that's what Angel and Caitlin is doing. Like that's what I saw from that, was that these two women are swaggy enough to attract more views than anybody else in sports that this year. So it's nice. I like it. I like the swag. It makes it more interesting. I mean, I like watching them play, but that swaggy, chippy chip on the shoulder when you know you nice. Somebody trying to lock you down, like that stuff we get rushes out of with the men. You gotta allow the women to do it. It's just part of sports, man. You can't. If that's the case, then go play some table game, a table game, and nobody could do nothing. It's mad calm. Like, this is sports. I'm chippy, and even at a table game, I'm talking shit. So, like, you gotta. That's the part of the game. It's just part of it, man. That's why pool. I don't like watching pool or bowling. It's no swagginess. Now they gotta get a little like nothing.
So you would like bowling more if they chirped a little, if they talked shit to each other?
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke you, and you'd be like, "Oh snap! Let me check this shit out. See if he's serious." See, that's it. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. It takes one person talking smack for you to
drama,
really see,
man. Drama. Drama is the most entertaining.
To be like, oh man, I'm gonna check out the PBA championship tonight because this dude said he's gonna smack him.
I watch golf, but I got into golf when Andrew Agassi was playing. So this ain't even a title.
Andre Agassi played tennis, not golf.
That's what I mean, tennis. That's what I mean. I got into tennis because of him.
Okay.
Because he was doing all them tricks between his legs.
He was a rebel.
I like that. That's what attracts me.
You like the rebels.
If you're trying to attract,
you like the rebels. Yeah, you like the rebels.
If you're trying to attract, and the world got a lot of rebels. So if you're trying to attract the people, you like a little something, a little swag. It's bad enough tennis is mad quiet anyway. I don't want to hear that shit. At least do some tricks, backhand between the legs, slide.
And
that's
win
what
some
made
championships.
Yeah, he won some championships.
Yeah,
he's married to Brooke Shield. I know everything. That was my guy.
Well, then he ended up he ended up being married to Steffi Graf.
Yeah, I ain't following after Brooke Shields.
He married one of the greatest tennis players of all time, and Steffi Graf, and have family and kids, and he's doing quite well for himself.
Yeah, so in golf was Tiger Woods, Serena Williams with the way she dressed. Like
Serena Williams changed it for they changed the sport.
Yeah, they changed the sport because they brought swag.
Yes.
They kept true to themselves. As long as you stay true to yourself, you're gonna attract somebody. When you trying to be somebody else or trying to do things that's not settling in your shit, then you ain't gonna attract nothing but heartache, crying. Like that's it. So the sport, they need to let them play. Like I get it, not the mind, not the you could chill out with them, the little kids and the minor leagues and everything. But you still got to prepare them for the world that they enter in. This world is changing. So even they got to get their social media up. Like even they got to start doing that as a young age so they could get followers, so they could get branded, so they can make money for themselves. So it's a whole process that they trying to not let people do, because then everybody's going to be marketable. And then you can't go at Angel and Caitlyn without the world knowing, because they got a brand. So they're going to do like Draymond and talk about it right after the game. You know what I'm saying? It's a different game. So it makes for entertainment, and that's what they supposed to be focused on, entertaining us. They too busy trying to figure out how to get to the bag and get all our bread. They don't even care about entertaining us. So sports is crazy. But I mean, I'm not against nothing that they want to do in sports. As long as there ain't no fighting, women should be able to do the same. Everything that we do, they should be able to do. That's it. Got to stop all that, yo. That's when people you really know that they don't want women to be equal, all that. You know who's that. Like they expose themselves just by stupid shit like that.
Well, people will argue that men sports bring more money, generate more money.
Women's sports will generate more money if you let them be themselves too. Who's running the world right now? Women. Got all these guys out here on Goofy Street. Why they got to resort to OnlyFans? Help them get the bread in a sport that they are. Like that's what I'm saying. Women is mad. Somebody's just they supposed to be able to play basketball. You know who they learn with and play with? Probably they brother, they cousin. You think they cousin and they brother took it easy? No, they bangers. You think Caitlyn gonna care about a bump? No. You think Angel gonna care about a bump? No, she gonna bump you back. Like that's the sport, man. It's just there's no, and that would generate money then. The only reason why men generate more money is because they holding women back. Because at the end of the day, women's soccer is way better than men's soccer, and they get paid less. They get everything less, and they don't only they be
men's
winning.
soccer make more money,
huh?
Men's soccer make more money.
Women are winning though.
Okay, but men's
That's more
soccer make
important.
more money.
Only because
at the end of the day, it's who makes the more money, who generates more money, and
That's
that's not,
because-
and that's a lie, because the women make a higher percentage from the overall revenue than the men.
But there's no over, and that's the gimmick.
The women make 22% more.
And if nobody's watching, then it's 22% of
men,
nothing.
And men make 7% of the revenue.
All right, but if the men's revenue is up, this is the right here. The men's revenue is all the way up that they only want the men to get 7%. The women's rate and women's revenue is so low, we'll give you 20%. It's probably equivalent to the men's 7% anyway, because they're not promoting them right, they're not pushing them right. They are stopping women from making that sport bigger, because if you push it the way you push men's shit, I'd rather watch women play soccer than watch men play soccer. That's me speaking for me. I'd rather watch college softball. These are women's sports. I'm just telling you the sports that don't get pushed right. I could watch lacrosse. I don't watch men's lacrosse. It's just the certain sports women look good playing them. The same
playing
reason
lacrosse. Really?
Well, lacrosse.
Yeah, don't they got masks on lacrosse?
I'm talking about the movements, how they, dude. I don't care what they faces. I ain't a stalker.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I'm just saying. I'd rather watch.
I watch lacrosse. I don't watch lacrosse like that, but I've seen it. I'm
just saying those sports. I'd rather watch Little League baseball, hardball with the kids. I'd rather watch
the Little League World Series.
Yeah, I'd rather watch those games because they put in effort. It's genuine effort, but they don't get promoted right. They summer games. These are their summer games.
Yeah, so you think they should be promoted throughout the whole season? The Little League World Series is the most successful. You think so? You think Little League, they should be airing their Little League games all over?
Why not? Why not? That's how
maybe that's something that should be done regional. Maybe that's something that can be done.
That's regional. How you big up your thing, your sport. Only the people that don't want to promote you on the right days.
They're not. Okay.
All right. So if you got football from 1 to 3, look, you got football from 1 o'clock in the morning, afternoon to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. That early period, then start me off with some sports. Little League baseball, women's soccer, like start it off. They corner the market. If I'm a sports person, then I can watch sports all day. I don't have to wait till the summer to watch.
So, but I think that's more regional. Like that's something that regional programming could be done. Like if you can negotiate something with your regional Little League division,
dude, it's
different.
No different. If you could do it with the men's, you could do it with everybody else. They choose not to. If we was watching women's sports from day one, promoted right, we would just be happy that we get women's sports, men's sports, whenever we want to watch sports.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's why they hold women back. You know, the same way they hold podcasters back and the way they hold everybody back. They hold control the narrative. And I think it's way more interesting to watch some of the women's sports over the men's sports. Come on, you play softball all your life, become great, win a college national championship, and then after that, your career is over.
Yeah.
So you ain't even really, unless you good and lucky enough to become an announcer for the big games, you done. Why they don't exceed? Why they can't go get a baseball? Why they can't have a women's league, a professional one? Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why everybody that be saying I'm for you is a piece of shit. That's how I look at it, man. They off lying. When they gotta really make sure you understand they for you, they full of shit. Because your actions will show it. That's the only sport that don't have no life after college. A women's sport. A woman's sport. No life after college. Little league, go to major league, minor league, everything. College basketball, G League.
I think there's some women's softball league. Basketball softball league.
Stop, son.
I think there is.
Stop, son.
Is it being shown on TV? Is it being shown on TV? Maybe not.
All right, so then they holding women back. They do it on purpose, man.
But I'm sure there is a league. I'm sure there is something for women. There's a league.
No, I never seen a clip. I never seen a clip of an older woman playing baseball, older young girl, nothing after college. Not one clip. We got AI and everything, and we still ain't see one clip. That's the only sport that they make so much money off of, the women's softball leagues and the tournaments. And then that is it. After college, go find a job and go get married and have a baby. And that's what they tell them. You looking that up too. You're going to cut it out, man. You're not going to find it.
I want to see.
That shit going to be in like Saudi Arabia. Nah, they don't even let women play. So I mean, they can't even say. They ain't nowhere, son. Not a professional one. I ain't talking about a league with grown folks, because Ay Bonito was a league.
That was a team. That was a team.
In a league.
They played in a certain league, yeah.
That wasn't televised.
But that was a local league.
All right. And that's the only way you're gonna find. And I don't even think women even care to do a local league like that. Cause then you gotta hope your husband wanna go watch. Like, they do this shit wrong, man. They do women wrong. Yo, that's why I'll be happy when women get men back. In certain aspects, I look at it like they pay back, like that what goes around comes around thing. You drag a bitch is gonna drag you. That's how my thing. I respect the drags.
All right, so as a profession, a women's softball player can make anywhere between $35,000 and $65,000 a year.
And where's this profession at?
Huh?
Yeah, that's college?
No. This is a women's softball league.
Where?
Where is this league at? I'm looking it up. Hold on.
All right, and it's sad that it didn't come with the information already.
Listen, the National Professional Fast Pitch League is approximately. It's got 6 teams.
Where's it at? What country?
It's in the States.
Oh, they need to put that on TV. I would go watch. What state, man? I'll go to a women's softball game.
Yeah.
What state, man?
I don't know what state. They have it. They show some in Pennsylvania. Let's see. Like, the average salary of a softball player in the state of Pennsylvania is $39,000. Texas is $39,000. Louisiana.
So it's like a South thing. And that's sad. 39,000. After all the shit they did in college and revenue they generated for their sport. Women's softball always on TV, and it's always in the summer. I get that, but it's always on TV. And
well, it looks like in 2016 there was one woman who signed $1 million contract.
$1 billion?
$1 million contract. A softball pitcher.
And what's, man, she signed a contract to talk sports.
No, She signed $1 million to pitch.
Pitch where?
In the NPF.
I gotta look that up. I gotta go to PA to watch a softball game.
No, her name is Monica Abbott. Look up Monica Abbott.
And I gotta go to PA to watch a softball game.
I don't know. I don't. There's different. I'm sure there's different leagues in different places.
Man, like I said, that's sad right there. Just because we got to do all this to even smell a league for a woman after going through college playing softball. It's sad.
So maybe we should start a women's softball league.
I would.
Would you?
Hell yeah.
And how would we promote them? Will we get them on local TV or do we want national TV? Do you want to build them up locally first? How would you do it?
You build the same way you're gonna watch YouTube. You're gonna watch YouTube.
You build it up locally. You build it up locally.
Yeah, you start locally, but you start locally and make sure that you're in contact with somebody because you want to make sure that first you start locally and then you just go live, stream it live on YouTube. That's it, and find out what it'll do.
Okay.
But I bet you this. What attracted me to women's sports was women. That's it. And what's going to attract men to women's sports is women. If you just let the game be the game. That's what it is, son. But women watch men's sports because they like the men in tights or in shorts or stuff like that. Women done said this.
You're going on the premise that let's look at women play sports. Like let's just look at like.
No, I watch the sport, but it looks way better when women play it.
Okay.
As boring as baseball is, women could get me to sit there for a game.
It's like softball.
Softball, same shit. Bat, ball. And the word softball, just because it's women, all that narrative just sucks. Like it's baseball.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. It's a bat and a ball. But it looks way better when women play. Like I said, lacrosse is a cool game. I like the weird stuff they do with the little stick. But it looks way better when a woman is playing. It ain't really about anything. It's just women. Let's watching women play sports and letting them get in their bag. I don't see women play sports like that. It's not like when I walk outside and go to the park, there's women playing basketball. Because it's deemed, nobody thinks it's okay. If you ain't playing basketball, you got to be going to school. You must be going to the NBA. You must be going ahead. It's not even like, yo, we're going to get a league and play some ball. And dudes will follow, man. That's it. A good time is a good time. Even what park, hot dogs, barbecue. I barbecue and grill for them. Like, it's just different. These niggas is mad, bougie, they annoying. Word.
All right, man. We're going to take a quick break, man.
Annoying ass niggas.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Tim Anderson. Jordan Alvarez. And it's caught. Deebo Samuel with the catch. Michael Jordan can sense. The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold, hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Gold Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Dog, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
All right, and we are back. All right, so let's talk about that, the evolving role of social media and how it's affecting the landscape now. Like, not just in sports, it's in everything, in business and everything. Just the way people are able to influence so many people through Instagram, TikTok.
Hard times, man. When you're struggling to escape your hard life, they provided people with a drug. Social media.
Okay, but one of the things that we've learned is to use social media in a way to benefit us. So how do we make it so that we could help other people use social media to be successful? What is it that we have to do to change the narrative behind it?
It's going to come to where it's going to be more about substance. Right now, it's about theatrics. It's about all the drama thing. But they're going to start curbing that because it's definitely something that's out of hand. So you just, like, maintain your course and just relax and wait. Your turn is next. You know what I'm saying? It's a transition. Everything transition. This little phase of craziness is about to get shut down. Once they stop paying everybody for reals, like that changes the that lets you know that the theatrics is over. It was a test. It's like a test. It's like I said, that's a drug. We ain't selling you crack. We ain't selling you coke. We selling you internet. We selling you this wild. We selling you these social. The Instagram is like the new dope. Facebook might be like weed. Like, those are the drugs, and people are stuck on them. Now, if you came in there with the theatrics and never had a nothing to pivot, like the theatrics was going to be yours until you got that viral video, then what's the pivot? Because now you got to outdo the viral video, which means you might have to do something more outlandish to outdo what you did. You raising the bar on yourself mad fast, and then you don't have nothing else you don't got nothing else coming from this. Once it shuts down, it's the same thing. If they shut OnlyFans down, some people on OnlyFans did something that was a stepping stone, and then some people are just OnlyFans. And once that shit shut down, now you gotta go back to work.
Oh no, I'm sure some people took that and ran with it, made it They made it other things. They did,
I would want to hope that, but keeping up with the Joneses makes that kind of hard. You would have to have been, you would have to have popped, because if not, then you still got to get the Chanels and the Gucci and the Fendi and the chains and the makeup and the every video got to be a different outfit. Like, that's a bill. Some people don't even know to go get a DBA and just make that a tax write-off as part of your company. OnlyFans, anything. Like, that's what I'm saying. People, not everybody's branding they shit the right way. Some people get OnlyFans, get into the bag. Great. I'm glad you get to the bag.
Don't make it a business, and don't brand it the right way.
And then you're gonna wait like a year from now, and you're gonna see how many people go to jail for tax, some tax shit. How many people was in trouble for taxes or stuff like that? Because there's mad steps in between you being addicted to Instagram and the money coming in that you're supposed to take care of, the checks and balances of that. If you're looking at it as just something to do because you want to get it popping and catch up with the people that's already making money, you chasing what somebody else is doing. You could chase somebody's dream, you could copy somebody, but there's somebody that did it with a plan, and then there's copycats. So the people who did it with a plan will be there will have a longer longevity than the people who's just copycats. If we just came on here and focused on podcasting instead of everything else we focused on, then what happens if we don't get nothing? Like, what happened? Like, even a little bit that we do benefit us in other areas because we came in with something. Now somebody else a podcast think they could do what we do or do something, have good intentions. Like, that's the hardest part of all this, is to maintain the good integrity that we have, the morals and values that we have as who we are before we turned on the mic. That's not everybody don't have that. Like, I'm gonna say something just because I know,
because what we're trying to do is build something with us being ourselves, not with us having to perform and put a show and portray something that we're not.
And everybody's in the I need it now. So what we doing is taking too long.
Well, because we're not trying to build for now. We're trying to build for everything.
And there you go. We're not the drug addicts of social media. We ain't addicted to social media. Because if we was addicted to social media, then we would be doing mad goofy shit.
No, we focus on creating good content and
I'd have put out that video of me. I'd have put out that video of me beating a nigga up at work, and it's already remixed. It got
remixed.
It got Young Monk and them stomp, and then my coworker made the remix because I wasn't even feeling that shit. I told him don't put it out. He wanted to put it out. But that's what I'm saying. I could put that out just to get some views. Throw it up on TikTok.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's mad gimmicks. Like, people gotta realize there's a side that we could all show that'll be like, wow. But that I don't want to be walking down the street and people think I just run around beating people up.
No, we don't want that.
So you care about your image. So you gotta have your integrity, your morals, your value, and stand on it, and then ride it out. But then we got, it's two of us, and we got big plans. So we chipping away at a lot. We've been chipping away at a lot way early. So it's just, people gotta just, I mean, what you gonna tell an addict? They're gonna have to go to rehab, 12 steps, all that. A lot of people do need that for social media. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's a drug. If you got to go get therapy, counseling, or anything because you're addicted and not sleeping and depriving yourself of eating because you're on social media or video games, then you're addicted. So now as parents, we fighting to make sure our kids don't get addicted to the internet drug. Way easier to get a legal drug. Shit is legal, is more legal than anything they try to do to fuck people up.
People like kids will put tablets in front of them as soon as they can sit up.
You see my fight. It's real in the field. But that's what I'm saying. It's a drug. And like weed, like anything else, some people can't, it's not meant for everybody. But everybody's gonna try it.
All right, man. So we're gonna end it on that note. You got anything you want to say to the people out there before we go?
I'll be back soon. I don't got a date. Steps Towards Plush, YouTube, and I'll be back soon. I got the itch. It's back. Plus, my life is almost back to stable.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but all right. All right. So I hope everyone has a good night. Check us out every Friday night on the BS3 Network.
Shout out to the BS3 Network for rocking.
Big shout out to them. Yeah, definitely big shout out to the BS3 Network for airing us on their network. It's Ben, King Dog, everybody over there at the BS3 Network. Big shout out to y'all. Love y'all. And definitely we Bobby J and Wise definitely have to go down to Dallas, check the home of the BS3 Network and definitely
we could do that.
Do it big in Texas, man. It'd be fun to go down to Texas and link up with our family down there.
Yeah, we could do that. I'll do that.
So Ben, if you hear this, we would love to come down and visit everybody at the BS3 Network down in Texas. So we'll see. We got to make something happen. He was saying that the awards show this eventually would be live, like so.
In Dallas,
J&Y, I'm sure. Yeah, they're in Dallas. So,
no, I'm saying there's going to be an award show in Dallas.
I would hope so.
Oh man, I want to go to that.
Sounds like a plan.
That's
all
good.
Right. So, everybody have a good night and peace out.
Peace out. Have a safe weekend.